Hey there, and welcome to Crochet Therapy. I'm Barbara, your host. For this episode of Morning Coffee and Crochet, and Carl, right here, says, hey. He says, hey, it's good to see you. And I'm so glad you're here. So, my shirt today says, don't mess with old people. And then it has a crazy cat. And then it says, we didn't get this old by being stupid. My sweet sister-in-law, Tanya, gave me this shirt, and I proudly wear it. Um, yeah, it's kind of cute. And yeah, so how are you doing this morning? Happy Monday. I'm so glad you're here. I'm so glad you're here. So tell me, what's in your cup? What's in your cup this morning? I want to know because I'm nosy like that. Mm, I have some coffee with half and half. And look, you can tell what kind of day it's going to be because I got the pot with me. So, yes, I do. Yes, I do. Racine, good morning to you. Hi. How are you? Happy Monday. Cree, good afternoon to you. How are you? Happy Monday to you. And Amy, how are you? Good morning. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Patty Barker, hello. How are you? I'm so glad you're here. Good Monday morning. Okay. Amy says, work is busy, so no time to join today, but I just wanted to pop in and say hello. Hope everyone has a great day. Thank you, Amy. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Thank you for popping in and saying hello. I hope you have a great day at work. Hope it's not too busy. Oh, Malanta, look who's here, my sweet friend. Aloha Crochet with Naomi. Aloha kakahiaka to you, my sweet friend, and it's good to see you. Naomi and I and Tanya went live yesterday. It was 4 o'clock Eastern time to after 6 Eastern time. Oh boy. So we had some fun. And we chatted and we laughed. I don't think I've laughed quite so hard in a long time. So that was fun. And you know what was fun? I made my good friend Naomi snort a couple times, and she kind of lost it a couple times. Like, actually, I don't know. I don't know what was going on, but it was fun. It was fun to see. Yes, it was. So, Cree is drinking lemon tea. Yay! Yay! I'm so glad. I've got my coffee going on. I have my coffee and I have my pot right here because you just never know how much coffee you're going to actually need in the morning. And, ooh, oh my goodness, I just yawned. So, last night, while we were on our live with Naomi, it was the Sunshine Crochet Gals. Um, Naomi. Naomi says they were trying to kill me. No, we were not. No, we were not. Oh my goodness. Oh, okay. So Racine is drinking water and um, she says, I'm great and finished crochet doily last night. That is amazing. You are so fast with that crochet. Yes. And Naomi says, lemon tea sounds good. And yes, it does. Yes, it does. Okay, good. You sent it to the community page. I am going there to see. Oh, yeah. Let's see. Let me go to home. And let's see. Let me go over to view your channel. Ba-doom, ba-doom. Okay. Oh, there we go. What a good job. Oh, and you bordered it in black. Let me show it to everybody. Let me share this. Share screen. There we go. Post. Okay. So let's see. Let's do this. There we go. And I'm going to hide that so that I can do. No, not that. Here we go. This one. Okay. So I'm going to go up and Racine with Happiness. I love that name. Wrote, I finished last night. And so that is amazing. I love it. I love it. I mean, you really have to be able, I mean, you have to count those. It's just amazing to me. I can't wait until I get to the filet crochet section of, um, yeah. And because I want to try to make one and actually have it say something, you know? Yeah. Anyway, I've I've done filet crochet where they told me, you know, to skip and do all this and then it had like a little well, the one that I did was um called the midwife blanket and I did do that one. However, I have never done this type of filet crochet. Oh wow. Waiting for permission. Okay. No, we don't want to do that. We will stop sharing. There we go. Okay, here I am. And I like it. I like it with the black border, Ray. It is really good. Oh, there's no coffee anymore? Oh no. Does that are you saying that you don't have coffee in your house or there's no coffee in your town or you're just saying no to coffee? I don't know. That was very, very pretty. Yes, I love it. I love it. Okay, so last night with Naomi and Tanya, I already had 6 squares completed, and I completed some more. I've completed 3 more, so I'm getting closer to. This is one that I completed yesterday. I felt like a lot of these were dark, which I love, like this one. Um, So I wanted to do one that was the same colors, but on a lighter scale. So this one has a light green, a yellow, an off-white, and a gold. Um, so this one is different. You'll see. These are all slightly different, and I love them all. I really do. I love them all. And so I can't wait to see what it's going to look like, especially since I'm going to put black around the border of each one and connect it that way. And I've decided I am going to crochet them together. I'm going to crochet them together. So, yeah. And one more. So, yeah. So I have nine of these. And so, yeah, this is the blanket that I'm currently working on. Because remember, I'm always going to have a blanket on my hook. That's one of my year of something new. It's one of my goals this year is to always have a blanket on my hook. And so this is my blanket. I don't know what blanket I'm going to do next. Do you have any suggestions? Oh, well, I do have the, oh, yes, yes. Thank you, Ray. Thank you. First of all, I'm loving this yarn and I'm loving the way these are working up because they're so fast. So yesterday, with a lot of chatting and laughter, I got 3 of these done. And so I'm feeling really good about it. The only time I have been crocheting these squares is when I'm in front of the camera here because I I don't want to drag this yarn all over creation. You know what I mean? I don't want to drag it around. I just want to keep it here as a project for in here. Um, so yeah, that's what I want to do. This morning after my live, I am going to weave in some ends. As you can see, I have plenty of ends. And in fact, I may weave in some ends while we chat this morning. Let me see if I can get my needle. I do have my needle. Yay. Okay. So I may just weave in some ends while we chat because I need to get this party started. I have not done anything with any of these ends, none of them. And so yeah, that's not good, is it? That's not good. So I also want to know, what's your weather like? What's your weather like? So it's showing on my laptop that it's 62 right now. Mm. Okay, one moment, one pause break while I guzzle a little bit of coffee. And in fact, I put a little bit extra creamer in here so that I could top it with more coffee. And it would still be okay. So I'm planning to top it with coffee for quite a bit. That really heated it up. I love that um, thermal coffee pot. Love it. Mm. My coffee's so hot. Oh, it's delicious. It's so wonderful. So wonderful. Yes. Okay. So what's your weather like? And mine is showing 62. It looks pretty out. It looks kind of pretty, but it almost like there's some clouds up there that make me wonder if we're going to get some rain today. And I think we might be getting some storms. I hope not because I got to go out. So it's really a weird week for me this week because 3 of us have eye appointments and none of the eye appointments are on the same day. Mom has an eye appointment today. I have one tomorrow, and Dorn has one on Thursday. Weird, weird. I know, weird. So let me see what our weather is like right now. Okay, so let's see, hourly. Well, no, it doesn't look like it's going to rain today. Like the highest is 8% chance. Oh, at 1 o'clock, there's 14% chance. So, yeah. So this afternoon, there's not going to be any rain. Um, oh, so and then Friday, it looks like we're going to get some rain. So, interesting, interesting, interesting. So, anyway, let me turn the volume down, 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 down. Put this right here. And so That's what my weather's like. Even though it's overcast, I'm thinking, yeah, I'm thinking it's going to be a little bit. And then my question is, what's on your hook? Because I'm nosy like that. I want to know. I want to know. Thank you, Racine. Racine says, Barbara, that will look so beautiful. Racine says it's 29 degrees Fahrenheit. And Naomi says it's 32 with the feel of 24, cloudy all day. Ugh. So yes, ugh is correct. Ugh is correct. Yes, yes, yes. So as you know, this is 2026, the year of something new. And so I am in the midst of March and April, my new project that I am tackling these 2 months is knit, because when I started my list last year, at the end of last year, I came up with a list of things that I wanted to accomplish this year, things that I have never accomplished, never completed. And one of those was knitting. And I know it's not crochet, but it's still working with yarn. And so I am tackling that. And every Saturday, I come live and share with you what's going on in my knitting world. So if you are interested in that and you missed last Saturday's, you're going to want to go check it out because it was a lot of fun. And so this is my year of something new, and I am here for it. I'm here for it. Guess what today is? Today is March 23rd, and it is the National Chip and Dip Day. Chip and dip. Mm-mm-mm. Now, when I think of chip and dip, I also think of, and I'm probably wrong. Listen, correct me if you want to, but I also think of, I think of like potato chips with, the onion dip or the ranch dip or, whatever. But I also think of tortilla chips with guacamole or salsa or hummus. I think of all of those things, that anything you dip into, right? Has anybody ever tried the it's like a sausage cheese corn dip? Oh my Lanta, it's so good. It has like a brick of cheese, like frozen corn, cheddar cheese, a brick of cream cheese. Sorry, I said a brick of cheese. A brick of cream cheese, cheddar cheese, corn, and then it also has like bulk breakfast sausage that that you cook up and kind of drain it a little bit, and you put that cooked bulk sausage in there. That's all cooked up, like it's kind of like burger, and then it has a can of Rotel. And the Rotel is tomatoes with some peppers in it. And if you get the original, it's spicy. You can get the mild, it's not so spicy, or you can get the hot. I think they even have a hot, which is like way too spicy for me. But yeah, that dip, I put that in the crock pot and just let it go, let it stir up. And then you take your tortillas and that is so good. So good. There's so many dips out there, right? There's the artichoke spinach dip. There's the have you ever had I got on a dip trip. And have you ever had the dip? It has sour cream and onion flakes, and it has dill. And then it has it's like a chip beef dip. So you get fried beef. So it's in a jar, I don't know what brand it is, but it's in a jar and it's the round pieces of beef. And you have to rinse it off because that beef is extra, extra salty. So you rinse that off and pat it dry, and then you chop it up, put it in in your dip, and then you put that in a pumpernickel round to hold it, and then you take the pumpernickel and oh my goodness, it's so good. It's so good. My friend Elaine, that was her recipe in the 90s when I was working in an office. I was working in an insurance office, and she would make that all the time. And I absolutely love that dip. Love that dip. Oh, Racine, you're so sweet. You're so sweet. Oh my goodness. And let's see. Da, 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 da. Cock-a-doodle-doo hoo to you, Miguel. I just saw you. Hello, how are you? I'm so glad that you're here. I hope you're feeling better. Yes, I do. Oh, you finally got the square that you tried to make during our sunshine chat. Naomi was having trouble counting and laughing and chatting at the same time. And so, listen, this lady knows how to crochet. So it wasn't a crochet problem. I think it was a chit chat problem. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it was. Pretty sure that's what it was. Yeah. So, anyway, listen, I'm just looking at my shelves and they're a little messy. They're a little messy. Mm-hmm. Yes, they are. Okay. So it's 20 degrees Celsius there. All right. All right. And let's see. You're now crocheting mini chickens for keychains for Easter. Oh, Cree, that sounds wonderful. Oh my goodness. That sounds just wonderful. I do love my chickens. I do love my chickens so much. Oh, you know what? I got distracted. I was going to weave in some ends while we chatted. I got distracted. What can I say? I'm uh I'm easily distracted by yarn and by just everything. Let's see. That one doesn't have one. This one has one. All right, I might as well weave in at least 3 ends while we chat so that I can at least accomplish something. Because to be honest with you, I already put this in my project diary as complete. And as you know, yeah, oh, good, you're going to take a photo. I can't wait. I can't wait. As you know, I always say if your work is not woven in, then it's not actually complete. So, oh, yeah, I kind of fudged on that one. I fudged big time on that one. And so I need to get my groove on and figure out what I'm going to do because this is going to be a little ridiculous. Yeah. I need to get my weaving in so that I can be truly, truly done with this project. Yeah. And going back and forth and back and forth. Yeah. So I think it's going to be pretty well. There we go. That strand was nice and long. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Okay. Let me do that. All right. So with this project, I did leave long strands on the sides, mostly because I really wasn't tying them off. I didn't want to have ties on the sides because I was not going to I was not going to do a border. And so I didn't want to have that hanging over my head, having that without a border. So one end woven in. So this is my next one. And so let's take a look here. Ooh, Miguel says it's sunny, 59, high of 78, and no rain. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah. So today is also, and you're going to love this. I think you're going to love it. Today is also National Puppy Day. And who doesn't love a little puppy? Oh, my Lanta. I am loving the puppies. Okay, let me see. Let me tighten this a little bit and go in here. Okay. So I've been looking at, pardon me, I've been looking at yarn, and I don't want to say I'm becoming a yarn snob because I'm not. I have not even looked at all the different kinds of yarn yet, but I do want to try some different kinds. And by different kinds, I mean like, um, so I've tried alpaca, I've tried wool and cotton. I've tried, but the thing is, when I did the wool, I started a hat, and that's about it. Like, I actually didn't finish the hat. I didn't block the hat. I didn't do anything, with it like that. So I'm thinking that I really want to try some other um, media, wool medium, like Shetland wool. Doesn't that sound amazing, Shetland wool? Have you ever worked with, that's why I want to know, have you ever worked with any other wool besides alpaca, or just something that says, generic superwashed wool? But have you ever worked with anything specific like merino wool or Shetland wool, or like the silk? Um, what else is there? I don't know. I am getting interested in yarn that is in hanks. So that's my thing. Let's see. Ooh. Okay. Cree says, I take these with me wherever I go. I mean, hospital, doctor, department store, bus stop, and leave them there for whoever finds them. Oh, that's nice. Are those the little keychains that you're talking about? That is so nice. I love it. I love it. Yes, I do. That is just amazing. Amazing. So the white on here is a little bit different because there's only 2 rows of white. So, like, to weave in the ends, I can't just go anywhere. I have to go up and down. I wonder if I should have tied this off. I don't know. Can you see what I'm doing? I don't think you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to bring you down just a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. There we go. So on my next, let's see, on my next checklist for Year of Something New. So March and April is the knit. So I have been doing that and I've been doing just fine, just fine. So, see, this one's kind of short too. Why did I make these so short? I don't know. Anyway, note to self, next time make them nice and long so you can weave in, especially since you haven't been tying them in, right? Right. There we go. Am I going straight back with it? No, doing good. Okay. Alrighty. So I have that. What does that make? Number 3, because I just did 2 white. I did 1 pink. Or did I do 2 pinks? Yay. So there we go. Got some ends going. Now I have my green. So for March and April, it's going to go fairly quickly, I believe. So I'm going to be preparing for the mosaic crochet. And I'm going to have to take some lessons in mosaic crochet before I actually dive in and do some projects. So, do you have a designer that you follow? If you do mosaic crochet, do you have a designer that you follow and that you would recommend to me for the mosaic crochet? If you do, please let me know. And I would love to start following the designer that you tell me about. Um, because I do know that some people, it's not their niche, it's not their thing. But then other people, that's their thing and they are crazy about it. And they actually make it like that is the thing that they know backwards and frontwards. And that's the kind of person that I want to follow for that next, you know, that next May and June for that project. I want to follow someone who makes mosaic crochet their job, you know. I really do. All right, another one bites the dust. And then my sweet friend Naomi has said that when I get to the Bavarian crochet, she wants to work it with me. She is very interested in the Bavarian crochet. And I don't blame you. That's why I put it on my list because it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Now, listen, mosaic crochet, Persian tile crochet is coming in September and October. And in November and December, it's the filet crochet. And that one is where I'm hoping to actually make it a project where I can write someone's name out. I've never done anything like that. I don't know anything about that. And I know that Racine is like my expert. So when I get to that point, I know that she is the one that I am going to pick her brain. How do you come up with, where do you get your, all of these questions, right? Um, what kind of yarn do you use or thread? Because I think that I'm going to be using thread. I think that I'm going to do people's names and Yeah. Pretty sure that's what's going to happen. There we go. All right. So let me see. I guess I'll do this one. This one I'm a little worried about because it was kind of, it's kind of loose. Um, yeah. I'm going every which way with this. I'm not really following the back and forth 3 times rule with this, but I'm trying to, because I'm finding like this one I have to tighten, this one I have to tighten, like this white one I'm having to tighten. This peach one is having to get tightened. It's it's quite a lot. I've got a lot of ends. But it's okay because I can work on those and I can think and talk and do all the things and it'll be okay. It'll be okay. Um, okay. Miguel says, other day I made 2 ear warmers to put in my bag of hats I'm making for local homeless. That's really nice. That's really nice. You do. You need to take a picture or a video. Oh, good. Good. And Miguel says it's sunny, 59, high of 78, no rain. No rain. And oh, you're going to fix your friend's turtle too that she bought from somewhere. What kind of turtle? Is it a crochet turtle that she bought and does it need to be repaired? Is that what you're saying? Interesting. Interesting. All right. So I have my door open because my Roxy girl is very clingy, and so she's here with me right now, and laying on a blanket. She's not feeling very well. She's on antibiotics, and so I just wanted her to be able to come and go as she needed, and not feel stuck. She's laying on the blanket on the floor. I put a really big, thick towel, like one of those bath sheets, you know. So I folded that in half and put that down. And then I have this really, really fuzzy fleece, thick, soft fleece blanket. And I doubled that up and put that over that too. So hopefully it's soft enough for her. She is not feeling the best. So I just wanted to give her a little comfort today, you know? Um, I wanted to give her a little comfort. Um, oh, wool sounds horrible to you? Okay. And Naomi says, I have some alpaca I purchased from a local vendor here. Nice. Um, oh, what? In North Dakota, there is an abbey with nuns, and they make yarn from horses. What? I have never heard of horse yarn before. Now, I've heard of yak and Angora goats. Ooh, Angora rabbits. Um, of course, the alpaca. Um, interesting. Interesting. Spreading a little love for others. That's right. That's right, Cree. Lou, hello. How are you? I'm so glad you're here. So glad you're here. I am just chatting and weaving in ends. Isn't that exciting? But I'm so glad that you're here. Let's see. Okay. Racine says, Barbara, I sent you a link from MJ. She crochets mosaic all the time. Thank you. Thank you. I want to get my mosaic crochet I want to get information about it, right? See, that's what happened with the knit. I started looking at information in February because I finished my Fair Isle style crochet, which was my January, February project. I finished that in January. So in February, I was like, well, let me just start preparing for March. Well, I prepared for March in such a way that I completed a knit project in February. So, yes. So, good or bad, I completed that early and I was pretty pleased with it because I was a little concerned that I wouldn't. Well, my story is that I have started knit projects my whole life and never ever finished even one. So that's why I made knit my March and April project, because I just needed to not leave that hanging on my roster that, oh, yeah, I've always started knit, but I never finished anything. I just wanted to finish something. So that's what I did in February. And I found out that I love it. So I have just run with it this month. But with so I did the Fair Isle style crochet. I did the knit already. I accomplished that. And here I am in March, and I have March and April to do knit, and I'm already ready to start preparing for the mosaic, which I am okay with because being early is certainly not my strong suit, right? I mean, y'all know I run on BST, Barber Standard Time, and I make my own time, you know. So I'm usually late to everything. So being early with these projects is a big deal for me. It really is. It really is. So thank you for that, Racine. I am going to check MJ. I'm going to check that link that you sent me. And yeah, I'm going to check it out. And study mosaic crochet so that I can see what the deal is about, what kind of yarn I might need. I mean, am I going to use regular acrylic yarn? Am I going to use a specialty yarn? I don't know. I don't know. I have been looking at some of the, do you know how Mary Maxim has the different kits in their catalogs? Listen, I get the Mary Maxim catalog. I think it's like once a quarter. I love looking through that catalog. And whenever they come in, I have already started looking at the kits to see what kind of mosaic do they offer. And a lot of their mosaic is a really big project, like a blanket, an Afghan, a throw. And so I've been thinking, do I want to do a mosaic blanket? Do I want to do a kit? I don't know. I might want to do a kit. I might want to just take the guessing out of it and buy a kit that has all of the yarn and instructions and go that route. I don't know. But then I start thinking about like other kits that I've gotten that I don't even use the yarn for the project that they're sending to me. Now, granted, a lot of the projects they're not, they were like the monthly kits. So I didn't actually choose that kit to complete. But it's interesting. Okay, good. You sent me a link on Messenger. Good. Good, good, good. So let's see. Where is my Facebook? I think. Let's see. Here we go. All right. Here we go. All right. Well, okay. Nope, not. I'm not seeing it right now, so I'm just going to keep going because I don't want to just have. There we go. I will look for that in a little bit. So I don't want to have, like, I don't want to be looking on the computer while I'm supposed to be chatting with my friends. But I will definitely look for that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So let's see. Yeah. All right. So it's coming along. It's coming along. Yes, it is. Let's see. This edge. Let's see. Okay. So, oh, looky. I got this edge to do. This edge, obviously, I didn't end a lot on this edge. I think it just depends on where I started. Let me do this one, and I'll just work my way up. So we'll do that. Did you know that today is also National Chia Day? So tell me, honestly, are you into chias? Chia, the food, like where you put it in your oatmeal or you make a pudding out of it or, anything like that. Are you into chia? Chia, chia, chia. I have tried chias, um, but wow, the consistency is crazy, right? Have you tried it where you're like, yeah, you're thinking that you're going to get pudding and you get something that is definitely, how do you put it? Like, I don't want to use the word slimy, but it kind of reminds me of the inside of okra once it gets hydrated, right? So, anyway, yeah, I am not a fan of okra. Sorry to say this. And I'm not a fan of chia, but I do see the value of chia. I do. And don't be sad if I'm not a fan of chia and you love chia because that just leaves more chia for you, right? And I will gladly give you chia if that's what you so desire, but it is just not my thing. Just not my thing. Oh, let me see. Do. Thank you, Lou. Thank you. This is a pattern by Krista with the Secret Yarnery. And let me get the right name for this blanket. So this is a granny stripe blanket. And basically you do whatever colors you want, and you take, whatever skein of yarn you have, and you do however many rows you want, and then 2 rows of white in between to kind of give it a little definition between the colors. Yeah, a little definition between the colors. And so, yeah. And then the supposed good thing about this is that you don't have to do a border. You don't have to do a border. So I do have some right here at 3 that I have to weave in right there. And then, so yeah, I'm seeing what's happening. So like the side that gets the weaving, the other side doesn't have the weaving. So anyway, that's good. That is good. And let's see. Ah, Naomi, I knew you did, Naomi. I remembered that you said that you love chia pudding. And so please do tell what you put in your chia pudding that makes it so delicious. Let's see. Naomi says, I eat it with some vanilla Greek yogurt and nuts and honey and cinnamon for breakfast. So do you let it sit and get goopy? Or do you eat it right away? Like, do you set it in there at night and let it thicken up? Inquiring minds want to know. I want to know. Yes, I do. I want to know. How do you enjoy your chia? So I've heard of people putting it in their oatmeal, like in their overnight oats, which I'm not a fan of that either, because I really like my oats to be cooked and creamy. That's my thing. I want comfort, and I don't feel like the overnight oats is quite comforting enough for me. I like my oats cooked. Creamy, creamy, dreamy. And so yeah. But overnight oats, I've seen people put them in there. And maybe that's why I didn't like the chia, because I tried it in overnight oats and I'm not a fan of that. So maybe that kind of sunk it right from the beginning, right? So my next blanket that I'm going to do, I think I'm going to do a mindless blanket, and I'm going to get that Premier Puzzle yarn, which is a 5-weight yarn, and I'm going to just start crocheting together. So I'm pretty sure that is what I'm going to do. Because I need something easy and mindless, kind of like this this blanket from Secret Yarnery. Oh, and I was going to get the name of this blanket. Let me see. Okay, Project Diary. Lump, 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 lump. Okay, it's called Perfect Start Granny Blanket, and it's by Krista with the Secret Yarnery, and she has a tutorial out. It's amazing. Just go ahead and Google it and find her. I love this pattern. I love the way she does the perfect start on her granny blanket. I really, really do. It really is truly a perfect start. Truly, truly, truly. All right. I really hope this doesn't come loose. Normally, I don't normally put knots in projects, unless I'm doing the magic knot and connecting. The other thing is if I'm going to put a border on, then I will do knots with the old yarn and the new yarn, whatever I'm changing to, just to keep it from unraveling. And this time I did not do that because it was all on an edge and I knew there was no border. And I didn't want to have all these little knots along the edge. You know what I mean? If I do a knot, I try to hide it as best I can. I try to make it go into the stitch so that the knot is not just like hanging out. Hey, I don't like that. I don't want the knots to be showing. So, yeah, that's my story, and I'm sticking with it. All right. So there we go. Okay. Okay. And Naomi says, oh, yes, I let it get softened. It reminds me a little bit of tapioca. I make the seeds with almond milk to make the pudding part. Oh, okay. Nice. And you love tapioca too. Okay. Well, there you go. There you go. So, looky there. So this side is done. I just need to turn it to the other side and start working those colors. Oh, yeah. So this one is going to be a little busy, I see. Oh, look at that. I have two sections, this one, and then I'm done. Whoa, thank you for hanging out with me and letting me finish this. I love it. So on these, I got a little nervous and I just tied a little tie. I did not knot it, but I did tie a little tie. Nice. Everyone, the link for the blanket, Naomi put the link up there. And thank you. Thank you, Naomi. I appreciate that. So in the chat, she put the link for this blanket. The way Krista started this blanket was I had never seen a granny blanket, a granny stripe, or any other granny blanket started that way. And I love it. I absolutely love it. It's pretty amazing, actually. And yeah, pretty amazing. The way she starts it, so like this is okay, you can see the clusters, right? That's the finished edge. This is the pink was the last color that I did. Well, look at this. This is the first color that I did. And look at that edge because the clusters are going the other way. So you have a perfect edge to both of the ends of the blanket. Pretty smart. Pretty smart. Okay, how am I doing this one? Let me see. Let me go this way. All right, this way, and up here. All right. So this is actually my this is my second blanket of this year, and this granny square, this chunky granny square blanket will be my third blanket of this year. So now the difference with the granny square blanket is that I'm only doing that when I'm sitting in here. So I was crocheting this last night when Naomi and Tanya and I were chatting away. But I need another blanket to start, and I think I'm going to do my Premier Puzzle yarn and do that one because that one worked up really, really quick. I just did that one as a half double crochet, and I allowed the colors of the yarn to speak, right? I didn't do any fancy stitches because the Premier Puzzle yarn, the colors of the yarn changes, and then I actually put a totally different color as the next. Like I worked a whole section and then I did another whole section and I just let those colors speak. And yeah, I really do love it. I really do. So I think that's what I'm going to do this time too. And I've got some extra colors. I've got some really cool colors actually. Anyway, I don't know what colors I'm going to work on this time, but I'm going to get another blanket going with the Premier Puzzle so that I can have a blanket in the living room that I can work on because I only need one skein at a time. I don't need to have like with these, I need, all the colors in order to make this blanket work. And so with my puzzle yarn blanket, I don't need all the colors. I just need one at a time. So that is going to be great. Okay. All right. Yay. Oh, I'm almost done. I'm almost done. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have 4 more ends to weave in, and it is, oh no, 5. This one was hiding. That's okay. It can hide. I will do it. I will gladly do it. So I have 5 more ends to weave in. And we've gone an hour. We have gone an hour. Thank you for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. I love it when you hang out with me while I'm doing, let's call it boring stuff, because this is kind of boring for me, right? Just weaving in the ends. I need some distraction. I need something to make me like happy that I'm doing this. First of all, I am happy that I'm doing this because that means that I am accomplishing what I set out to do. So this will be so this Granny Square blanket will be my 3rd blanket. And we are still in March. So that's 1 blanket a month so far on average. I still need to finish it, but yay. Okay. All right. This is awesome. Now, then I have to take a picture of this blanket. So, you know what? I still have to take a picture of a couple different things that I have completed. There we go. Oh, my girl is back. She's like, I'm just going to lay here with you and wait for you to be done. She's such a good girl. She really is. I'm so sorry that she's sick, but she's on antibiotics, and so she's going to get better. I just know it. She's very restless, though. Okay. I think I'm going to call that good because that one is, ah, you are welcome, Lou. You're welcome. I'm glad that you were here. You helped make my weaving in day a little bit nicer, and I really, really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. Okay, so the last national day that I have to show you is today is National Tamale Day. Does anybody like tamales? I had my first authentic tamale this last year, and it was pretty good, but it wasn't what I expected. Well, okay, I take that back. I have had tamales before, but when I was a kid, they used to put tamales in a can. Do you remember that? Do they still do that? So they were thin, okay? They were thin tamales, and back in the day, and so that's kind of what I was expecting. And these tamales that I got were authentic, um, and they were thick. So like the tamale, um, like the masa uh, that was around the tamale, it was thick. So it wasn't really what I expected. I expected just a little thin, round thing, but this was a meal. But it was very good. We have a local restaurant that we enjoy going to that's a Mexican restaurant, and um, the tamales were very good. I do this Mexican restaurant. I so love their salsa. Like I could drink it. That's how much I love their salsa. Um, and they deep fry their chips. Oh, see, there you go. Chip and dip day. Get some tamales, have some salsa and chips. Even their guacamole was good, and I don't normally like guacamole. Maybe I'm getting weird in my old age. I don't know. Or maybe I'm losing my taste buds as I get older. I don't know. That's so funny. Oh, so all right. Woo woo. So you know what? This one and two more, and I am done. I'm just going to stay on here until I get done. I'm sorry. I hope I'm not boring you. Um, I hope I am not too boring. So I have to figure out what my next um, my next big project is going to be, and I forgot that I had started a sweater. Can I show you? I forgot until this morning. Well, I kind of knew that I had it like in the back of my head, right? I knew that it was there, but um, yeah. Naomi loves, um, yeah, it depends on how they're made, right? Yes. She loves tamales. Do you make your own tamales? I don't know. I've never made anything like that. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, let me see. Well, oh, it's on the top. That's why. Okay, so I started a sweater and I forgot about it. And so what I'm doing is I'm doing it in the round. Isn't that a pretty color? Look at that gorgeous color. So Yeah, I had forgotten about it. And what am I doing? Am I just doing half double crochet? I think I am. Yes, I am. So, and I'm using a 4.0 millimeter hook, a G hook, and I am just doing a half double crochet all the way around, and but I am not doing it in the round. I'm doing it in a circle, but I'm doing it like I'm stopping and starting um, each row. So this is the beginning of the next row. So I'm stopping and starting each row so that it doesn't like go like that. You know what I mean? I just want a nice clean start. And I do know it's probably going to leave a ridge. It probably is, but I'm okay with that. I'm going to put it on the side to go up under my arm. And yeah, so I forgot about this, and the color is so wonderful. This is Tea Time Yarn by Hobie, and it is just beautiful. It's gorgeous yarn. Um, yeah, it's supposed to be a 4-weight yarn, but it's rather thin. Um, so I think it'll have a nice drape. I'm working it with the 4.0 millimeter yarn, and it is the perfect needle size as far as I can see, because you can see there's like little spaces between. But yeah, so I am really, really pleased with the way this is coming out. However, it's going to be a long project. So obviously I'm doing this as a sweater, a long sleeve sweater. So it's not something that I'll wear until next year because spring is here. I'm naturally hot blooded. And so I won't be wearing this until next year. So I have some time, and I will just work on this in my spare time. I actually put this in my Fair Isle crochet bag. This was the gift bag, but I went ahead and put it in here. Um, put the yarn in the bottom. It fit really nice. It's kind of dark in there right now, but the cake fits in the bottom just perfectly. And then I can put the work right on the top and tuck the needle, or the not the needle, the hook, straight into the yarn so it doesn't go anywhere. And so this is going to be my, at least for now, until the sweater gets so big that it won't fit in there. But this is going to be my project bag for this particular work. So, even if I do just a row or two every day, um, it will eventually get completed, right? It will do just fine. Um, I have been looking at all the pretty sweaters out there, and I'm like, I need some more clothing options. I need some more clothing options. I need some more handmade items. So that is where I'm at. And I don't normally work with a G hook, a 4.0 millimeter, especially for something as intense as um, a whole sweater. So, aw, that's awesome. Thank you, Naomi. Naomi says, nope, not boring. I too get to work while you chat. That's nice. Yes, this is pretty labor intense, but look at the beautiful colors. So yeah, I'm going to just plug away at it. I think what's keeping me going with this, when I remember, is the colorway, because look, now I'm getting that beautiful wine color, and back here I was getting a beautiful purple color. I am really in love with this tea time yarn. I really am. It has all the beautiful colors. It has teal, it has wine, it has a purple. Oh my goodness. Hey, what happened here? It also has a little bit of gray and a little bit of brown, a little bit of like a really nice brown. And hey, what's happening? Oh, I have a little, my yarn is like hanging on. It's like, no, no, I won't let you pull me. Well, yes, you will. We'll work that out. Um, so yeah, I am, and it's just soft and has a nice drape. And so yeah, I'm just hoping that it doesn't grow on me, like get really, 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 really big with washing. I think I'm going to block it. And listen to me, I don't ever block anything. This would be, if I block this, this would be the first thing I block. Now I know I'm not going to finish this in time for it to be the first thing I block, because I do have plans to block some other things. But yeah, how crazy is this? Pretty crazy. So anyway, thank you for hanging out with me today. I really appreciate it. And I feel like I've just blabbed, blabbed, blabbed all morning long. And so listen, on Wednesday, we'll be having our Whip Wednesday. And I think on Wednesday, I'm going to have, I'm going to work on this project a little bit with you, and try to get a couple more squares done. Today I was all over the place. I was weaving in ends, which I think I have 2 more ends to do, and then I got distracted by this. So I think what I'm going to do is finish this row, and then I'm going to finish weaving in those last 2 ends and call this good. I have to take photos of these projects. And yeah, I hope that you have a wonderful day. So, as always, stay safe, be kind, and get hooking. And much love to everybody. And I will see you next time. Bye, everybody.